Okay, everyone. Hi, my name is Talal. I'm going to talk about another interesting topic today. And this is something that is lately, it's been a big question. It hasn't been for a long time in the West, but specifically, I don't want to say the West, it's something that's been talked about a lot in the United States. And they use the term body count. Like, how many people have you slept with? How many people have you had sex with? Now, I think this is a very interesting topic. First of all, because I'm surprised that people are talking about it right now. They should have talked about this way back then. Maybe people talked about it to a certain extent, but it was very limited. I think that body count, of course, matters. And I think the whole term body count is a bit stupid. It's an American term. I find it very childish. But I mean, I understand they're trying to explain the reality. How many people have you had sex with, etc., etc. Now, it is true that having a high body count for men is a good thing, and having a low body count for women is a bad thing. Why? It's very simple, really. And every woman wants a man who has a lot of experience. Because with a lot of experience is a man who knows how to talk to a woman, how to treat a woman, how to manipulate a woman, how to catch her attention. Because if you don't have these things, then it's very difficult for you to acquire women. Or you'll acquire a limited amount of women and a specific quality type of woman. That's why every woman wants a man who sleeps with a lot of women. They'll deny it, but it's all bullshit, right? It's just the reality. And all men want women who have limited or no experience. The reason why is it's biological. These thoughts are biological. Woman wants dominant, strong, powerful man, and it's in their DNA. Even in the feminist West, all of that is bullshit. Deep down inside, that's what they want. They'll go in and insult this person and say, "Oh, look at him. He's such an asshole." The same day, she'll go and try to sleep with him. This isn't a reality. And you might say, why do women contradict themselves? It's because women are emotional. They're not logical like men. We say things as they are. Women always like to say, I think this, I feel. It's always, sorry, I feel this way, I feel. There's always the word feel. There isn't, this is what happened, this is what's supposed to happen, etc., etc. Men don't speak in the same way. So women always have like some type of excuse because they don't even understand their own nature, to be honest. And that's why it's terrible advice to ask women for advice on how to pick up women. It's a very stupid thing. The only way you can learn how to, let's say, date many women or pick up many women is through experience. Trial and error. Just keep talking to different women, use different approaches, talk to them in different settings, online, in a nightclub, in a restaurant, in public. And the more experience you acquire, the more you will understand how to deal with women. That's just the reality of it. And the more experience you acquire, the more attractive you become to one because you know what to say and not to say, and when to say it and when not to say it. Whereas when a woman has a lot of experience, and it's biological, we think she's a prostitute, she's a whore, she's a bitch, all these terms. It's just biological. It doesn't matter where you come from, what race you are, what region in the world you are from. Of course, certain societies are more conservative than others, some are more liberal than others, for sure. But in reality, every single man doesn't like a woman who has a lot of experience. They either want it to have very limited or no experience. The reason for this is number one, a woman when she dates a guy, she's dating him for emotion. Because women in their nature, even people who make stupid arguments like, no, I like trying different guys, that's all bullshit. The thing is, you have to understand when woman likes a guy, she sits and focuses on so many different things. Any woman on the face of the planet, she'll focus on the way he speaks. She will look at how he dresses. Was he a gentleman? How did he say this word? Was he masculine enough? Did he say the right thing at the right time? Men don't look at women that way. When we look at a woman, we want an innocent woman. We don't want a woman who pretends to be innocent. We can tell, especially men who have experience. We want a woman who has very limited experience, who's innocent, who's good, who's faithful, who's caring, who'll take care of the house, who can cook, who can clean. Very simple. That's what every single man wants. So, I mean, for men, this is the ideal type of woman. And biologically, we're interested in that because these are feminine qualities. And a lot of feminists, these modern day feminists in the West, who talk nonsense, who say things like, oh, you just don't want us to be equal. What the hell are you talking about? We're not equal. We never were equal. You can't have your cake and eat it. Like when you ask a woman, are men and women, do we have the same amount of strength? They'll tell you no. Okay, why don't they have the same amount of strength? Oh, biological, you guys have testosterone, etc., etc., and we can go into details. So, all right, so that means we're not equal in strength. All right, how about character? Who's more emotional, men or women? I'm not saying that being emotional is a strength or a weakness. I'm just saying, in our nature, the way we are built is different, right? And then we go on. How many private parts do men have? Only one. How many private parts do women have? Multiple. So you cannot make a stupid claim that we're equal because we're not. You can make certain claims like we should be treated equally in certain settings. We should both be able to work. We should both be able to choose our partners. We both should have a voice in electing government leaders. Fine, that makes sense. But in many other realms, we are not equal, and pretending that we are equal doesn't make us equal. Uh, so yeah, I mean, men know the reality of the world, and we understand this. And logic is very important in a man's day-to-day life. Whereas in a day-to-day life, a woman uses emotion as her anchor to go throughout life. And it doesn't matter what region she's from, what tradition she believes in, if she's religious or not. It's just the reality of women.